I thought I would welcome Solitude, but Earth can feel so barren without Earthlings. Without Superman, Waller, and the others, for them to fail. For us to fail. No. What use is a stirring, nagging, guilty conscience to fill the void now? Design a moral fallacy to obsess over? Delude myself into remorse? Bargain with my own mind until I truly believe that only the righteous can feel this kind of pain? And at last, the grand epiphany. A promise to be better. As I drop to my knees, close my eyes, and sob into the rubble I've made. As if my tears serve anyone but myself. Yes, that's what a lesser mind would do. But I am a Luthor. I can't resign myself to wasting away in a bunker. Not when Brainiac has confirmed dimensional theories I'd only tested. So instead of finding company in myself, I've committed to finding company in myself. Lex's Legion of Luthors. Our consolidated intellect will unabashedly echo through the Luthorverse. Of course, I've had my share of concerns. Perhaps the lesser Luthors will start to feel inferior. I can be challenging to work with. My shrewd nature and full-bodied charisma make me impossible to steamroll, which weak minds often find intimidating. And sometimes I work too hard. I suppose that's a risk we'll all have to take on together. On further thought and hydration, potential Luthors are better viewed as like having a portfolio of vacation homes. Perfectly appointed vacation homes, where I could just slip in and enjoy the fruits of another Luthor's labor on a living planet. So, contact could go two ways. A, this Luthor and I work together on his Earth, or B, I simply fill the absence left by another. Obviously, surviving an apocalypse more than proves I am the superior Luthor. Every version of me would agree with that, unless he's been intellectually compromised somehow. And we can't have someone like that representing the Lex Luthor brand in any dimension. Now can we? Listen very carefully. Yes, it's me. It's you. An alien invader has reduced my Earth to a barren wasteland, and I'm offering you the chance to spare your own world the same fate. Of course, I can't detail my plan to aid you in this broadcast. I'm sure I don't need to explain how dangerous it would be for the last hope of humanity to be intercepted by anyone but us. And I know what you must be thinking, Lex, so consider this. I hold your future in my hands. If my goal was to kill you and take your place, all I'd have to do is let it happen. I look forward to saving the world with you. Goodbye for now, and don't wait too long. Yes, of course a binary dimension signal worked. Of course it did. The long nights, the bitten fingernails, all worth it now. Last night I received the first trans-dimensional response. His Earth is unspoiled. He's never even heard of Brainiac. I hold all the cards. But this is you, Lex. He'll be suspicious. It's in his nature. I'll have to build confidence slowly, get inside his head, integrate myself into his decision-making. It'll be risky, negotiating with another Lex, but if anyone's up to the task, I am. I've just spoken with Alexander. God, how I've missed conversation. It's been too long since I've held discourse with a peer, although peer might be generous. Despite my previous concerns, his ego seems easy enough to manipulate. He He's more naive than he presents, and his eagerness exposes him to compromise. He did divulge some useful information, though. Another Waller, another League, another Superman. I'm eager to see for myself. I'll have a future, a home, a staging ground. With each successful broadcast, I inch closer to our inevitable endgame. The time to abandon this planet draws near. I can't say I'm sad to see it go, so I won't. As the when still eludes me, I must turn my attention to the how of it all. Phasing data, even small objects between us, is a puzzle long solved. But my entire laboratory, myself. And the true quandary, how much of my faith can I safely bestow on dear Alexander? How far is he willing to trust his extra-dimensional benefactor? The man's obviously not stupid. He's me. That demands respect and caution in equal measure. Regardless, I must begin preparations if there's any hope for his world's survival. As per usual, I'll put my faith in the only Luthor I know I can trust. Myself. The cycle perpetuates. Brainiac's invasion of my double's Earth has begun in earnest. And faster. Damnably fast. Brainiac has already dominated the League, and I assume Waller and her troop of misfit toys aren't far behind. Dear Alexander's persistent overconfidence is both admirable and alarming. He plans to stage a solo offensive against Brainiac's armada. Powered exosuits, military manufacture, bioweapons. How he diverged from my own mastery of the nanotechnology field. Well, who am I to talk him out of it? After all, I know how inflexible I can be once I've made up my mind. On one hand, Alexander's death inevitably complicates my crossing over. I'll need to procure new collaborators to ensure my safe passage. On the other, well, it's a rather convenient opening, isn't it?